up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Vh1's Family Reunion, the Love and Hip Hop Edition, Season 2, Episode 9. You guys, just one more episode and we'll be at the finale. And yeah, it wasn't a bad season. What do you guys think? I mean, I feel like we've spent 9 weeks on bullshit ass shows. This show actually was pretty good. I mean, I could think of many other shows that we felt like we was wasting plenty of our time by the 9th week. So anyway, you guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, now I just got my booster shot earlier today on my lunch break, and I feel pretty good. I'm a little tired though, so I just got off of work and I'm trying to get this done and edited so I can get it up and I can rest and relax for the rest of the night. So if the energy feels a little low, you guys, at least you know why. Okay, but anyway, the show starts with Peter being mad. Okay, he's mad at Amina for what she said about the baby and, you know, the little boy wanting to be a ladybug. And actually, he's mad about the fact that she's trying to make it look like he's homophobic. You know, Peter tells us that, yeah, he's not homophobic. As a matter of fact, he was raised by a gay woman, you know, and that he has prided himself on being very open to the community. And he just don't like the fact that, you know, Amina said what she said because, you know, especially in this day and age with cancel culture and everything, I mean, you know, it could turn out really bad, and the misunderstanding could make it look like he is quite homophobic. So he don't like that shit. I don't blame him. So Erica goes to talk to him and tells him that they need to speak. And he says, you know, he will speak to Amina. I mean, I figured that they will, you know, maybe people just need to cool down. Everybody just a little too upset right now. I don't know why Amina's so upset though, but anyway, you guys. So Richie goes to talk to Amina. I was like, did she sit down with the makeup artist after all that yelling and screaming? Okay, makeup just freshly applied anyway. Richie goes to her and he was like, are you mad at me? And she was just like, no, you know, she just didn't like the fact that everybody was telling her that she was wrong. Well, you were wrong. That's why everybody was telling you that. And she couldn't handle it. And her feeling was that she was just telling the truth. Okay, well, sometimes you don't need to say nothing. So Amina tells Richie D that she feels like today was the best day to talk about whatever it was that she talked about. Even though it's not her child, it's not her child with Peter. You know, she felt it upon herself to talk about this man and someone else's child. So Richie D tells her that, you know, Peter's upset about what happened. And she says, well, she's upset about what happened with the little boy. You know, when it happened, she felt bad for him. I mean, why can't you just see that you're wrong in this? You felt so bad about what happened with the little boy who's probably just moved on with his life. You felt so bad that you had to bring it up at something like this in this context? No. So, of course, Richie D was like, you need to have a conversation with him. And, you know, we all about conversation. You guys need to talk. And she says that she will talk to him as long as it's a mature conversation. And I was like, you got your damn nerves talking about a mature conversation when you are the main one that's sitting up there screaming and yelling like a child, okay, and having a temper tantrum. Who's the one that can't be mature here? So, whatever. Okay, later on that evening, to close out, you know, Gay Awareness Day, or should I say Pride Day, that Jonathan was having. They're all going to get together around the pool and close it out with a drag show. Okay, so some of the people are sitting around the pool waiting for everybody to come down. Sin comes down, gives people a hug, you know, a little kiss on the cheek, even walks up to Cisco and gives him a kiss on the cheek. And Richie D was like, wait a minute, hold on, you guys good? Y'all good now? And she was just like, yeah, you know, Cisco. He seems to think that they're in a better place. I think Sin is just like, it ain't even no sense in being mad about it no more. For some reason, I feel like Cisco probably thinks that now they're going to get together. He is just so stupid. Like, I feel like that's really what he thinks now. He was all cocked back like, yeah, that's my girl right there. That's so wrong with him. Anyway, the rest of the group gets there, and Bobby says that, you know, he is going to have a show for them. All right, seems that Bobby has lined up some drag queens to come and give him a drag show. Okay, so they come out and they do what they do, you know, and Richie D says he's never been to a drag show, you know, and once he can get past the fact that, you know, this is a man, I guess, that's dressed as a woman, and, you know, he enjoyed it. I was like, you was looking real close Y'all saw how his head was going back and forth and everything. It looked like he was really enjoying it, Richie D. Now, after the drag show happens, you know, Peter's kind of just sitting off, just having a cigar, and Jonathan goes up to him and Peter apologizes to him for ruining his day. You know, he just was like, you know, I just don't want it to be known that I think that way, because that's not what it is. And Jonathan already knows that that's not what it is. So he's giving Peter a pass. You know, shit just kind of got blown out of proportion. In the meantime, Peter and Amina, they ain't feeling each other right now. But we getting on with the evening. Bobby gets up there and sings a song. I forgot that Bobby was singing. I forgot that first season that he was on Love and Hip Hop that he was trying to get his career off the ground. Actually, the first 2 seasons that he was on Love and Hip Hop Miami, he was trying to get his singing career off the ground. But I haven't heard much about it lately, so I didn't even realize that he was still doing that. But yeah, he got up there and he did. I was like, why you didn't sing at the Vibe night the other night? Bobby was like, honey, I'm saving mine for the Pride closeout party. So he didn't sound bad. Yeah, he does his performance and seems to be kind of shy when everybody is cheering him on. Like, okay, Bobby, you did that. And then our gay representatives for the show, you know, Jonathan, Zell, and Bobby, they're all okay with each other, and everybody there is accepting of, you know, where they are in their lives, and they feel a part of the family. Everybody seems to be happy, you know, with their feelings about the gay community. It's a good night. It's a good night. After all that is done, you know, Safari's sitting next to Erica. He kind of taps her like, hey, you know, he want to talk to her. And she was just like, don't talk to me, okay? And he was saying how it just don't feel right for him to be there with her. And, you know, he was like, you know, I would never do anything to you. And she was just like, you've done plenty. And I was like, what do you mean you would never do anything? Like, what are you talking about? You already admitted that you did send the girl the flowers. Are you still trying to stick to the lie and say that you wouldn't do anything to hurt the girl? You know, the girl done went off and cried and all of that. Child, they just so stupid. Okay? So now he trying to say he really want to be with her and all of this. And she gets up and walks away. She kind of was like, what do you want to say to her? Because, you know, she be in my room every night. So, I mean, I can talk to her. He was like, you know, he love her and he still want to be with her. Even with this divorce, child, he still want to be with her. All this they done been through. They can go somewhere with this fuck shit. So anyway, so she kind of gonna handle that for him, I guess. Now, in the meantime, Safari going through all of this with Erica, and it's very visible. Everybody can see what's happening. Here comes Cisco. Somebody in the comments that I was just reading said that he give off clown energy. And I was like, that's the perfect assessment. What is wrong with the AAW? Something is really, really wrong with him. I was like, please let's not have no fight with Safari tonight. You know, so he goes up to Safari and he was like, you know, I just wanted to know if maybe, you know, me and you can talk tomorrow. You know, we could just meet outside and we could just talk, you know, 12 p.m., just me and you. Okay. And Safari was just sort of like, yeah, okay, fine. All right, because his mind is still on what's going on here with Erica. Please tell me why this is so serious to Cisco. Okay, Richie D goes up to him and is like, you think it's pretty smart that you know, that you're trying to do this right now? You just have to do this conversation again, huh? And Cisco was like, he don't care. The weirdo still wants to have this conversation with Safari. I was like, fine, just let Cisco be. Something's really wrong with him. Amina says how she feels like she needs to talk to Peter because she doesn't like the fact that he's mad at her. Okay. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know if he's quite ready for that yet. Maybe we need to sleep on it. But, you know, she felt like it was time to talk. So she goes up to him and she was just like, hey, you know, I wasn't really trying to make you upset when I said what I said. And he was like, I don't know, Amina, you know, that shit felt really malicious. Okay, for you to just blurt it out like that. And she was just like, oh, you know, Peter, he don't really think that I'm malicious. He's just upset right now. And so, you know, she's going on and on about how she didn't really do nothing and Peter is just talking because he's mad. So she tells him, I've been minding my business the whole time that I've been here. And he was like, yeah, and you should have kept it like that. But you didn't mind your business when it comes to my son with somebody else, not even your damn child. And of course, when he told her that she should have kept her damn mouth shut, that's when I could tell that she was getting herself worked up. I said, oh, she about to start that damn screaming again. She was just like, I've been here all this time and I haven't said anything and I've been listening to everybody and I can't say how I feel. And Peter was just like, like, not when it comes to my motherfucking child. No, you can't say nothing about my damn child. Not if it's going to be something drenched in negativity and it's going to get me canceled. So, they're over there having this conversation. Amina is getting louder and louder. That frantic, crazy ass yelling and screaming that she's doing. And, Tara is listening to this and she was just like, look. Okay, that is our child that you're talking about. Me and Peter are on the same page. Like, you can have an opinion all you want, but all this, girl, calm down. Like, you need to calm down. Oh, honey, child, that Amina, she got this yelling and screaming again. I apologize for what I said, and I will never interfere with you and Peter's child again. And I am so glad I don't have any boys with Peter because it would be terrible. I was just like, oh my God, Amina, why does it have to be all of this? And why can't you just get out of your own way to realize that you was the one tripping? Now, of course, they're having this conversation. Bobby is still talking about how he feels like the whole Ladybug situation was wrong, and reminded him of when he was in church as a young boy and they told him that he shouldn't walk around with his arms up. Okay. So everybody's having their own individual feelings about this whole conversation. But Peter was just like, I stand on how I felt and I stand on what I said. He's a child and I said that he couldn't be the Ladybug. But when he gets older, if he wants to do that, then fine. Okay. But right now, no. So while she over there doing all this hyperventilating and they was like, okay, calm down. Erica and them over there trying to calm her down. He just walks off. And I was just like, child, you gonna have to get it together. Now, Tara, because Tara is the calm, mature one who has a level head, she goes up to her and she's like, listen, Amina, listen. Look, we not at this. We have gotten past this kind of stuff. You and I and Peter, we have kids together. We're a family, okay? We're good. We're good. Everything is okay. Like, you don't have to be so upset about this, okay? Everybody made a decision that we did and everything then moved on and it's fine. Like, stop being over here about to have a damn heart attack. And Amina was like, oh, okay. She finally stopped all that damn breathing hard and got herself together just that fast. Oh, we okay? We okay? Yes, girl, we okay. All this, you ain't got to do it. Now, you guys, it's clear that the trip is, the reunion is winding down, okay? We are on the 7th day, and I guess they're only going to be there a couple more days. And so we don't really have much on the schedule for the day. We see Brooke and Marcus, they talking to their little girl, and Marcus says that he misses his baby. He's ready to go home now, within a couple of days, like I said. And then we see Booby and Sin, and they having a conversation. Booby like, I really, really like Sin, but, it's not no rush. Booby go. He said that it's not no rush trying to get to know her. I mean, trying to get a relationship going. He still wants to get to know her, though, because she is a nice person. He seems to like her. And Sin's whole thing is she's been in a relationship, been a public relationship. She was with Joe Budden and they was trying to make it work. And, she's probably she's probably been through some things with him. And now she's afraid. She's scared. Like she can tell that Booby's a good guy. She's a good girl. She knows that. But, the fact that they both have kids and she don't play about her kids, she said, she makes sure that her life is whatever happens in her life, her kid has to be 100% involved or thought of before, she moves forward. So she's just afraid. She's scared. She's not really sure how she's going to maneuver this whole thing with Booby. But I was like, oh, and I feel like I just heard that Booby had some kind of woman or something. Booby always got something else going on. But he act like he want to try to do something with Sin. I mean, I guess they a cute enough little couple. I mean, they hug and everything. And I was just like, oh, I guess that would be cute if they decided to do something. Now, Safari and the AAW. So, 12 p.m., remember they're going to meet outside so they can have this conversation. The whole thing is Cisco is on some, he be on some rah-rah all the time. But he walks up to Safari and was just like, I just wanted you to come up here and talk because, for two things. First of all, I had a problem with you, when I tried to talk to you before and, you started all that yelling and tried to go off on me, when I was just trying to talk to you. Okay, that's my first problem. My second problem is that you gonna go and tell Peter that, you know, he shouldn't fuck with us and he shouldn't. And I was like, who is us? Okay, because if he did say it, I'm sure he was probably just talking about Cisco, and that is it. But he was like, you know that we was clowns and we couldn't, you know, you shouldn't fuck with us and all of that. And Safari was just like, I know this big head nigga ain't fixing to try to check me again. So Safari was just like, I'm gonna slap your ass. Okay, he kind of walked up to him, and Cisco was like, what? And honey, you guys know it was AAW all over again. Just start swinging. Okay, and of course security had to run. I said, how far is security away? Even though this shit is probably staged, because ain't no way that Safari is gonna be trying to fight Cisco. Okay, but security runs in there. You know, he was just like, I feel like you're trying to check me, and I already told you don't be trying to check me. And Cisco was like, really, you gonna try to hit me? Are you for real? You trying to hit me? Okay, I was like, I know, Cisco. I was wondering the same thing. Child, I would have loved to see Cisco kind of drag, kind of fling Safari around. He just looked like he don't fight, child. He don't look like he know how to fight. Gangly, he too gangly and just, you guys, it was a damn mess. Shekinah was like, I was in my room and I heard all this yelling, screaming outside, and I looked out the window and it was Mr. Clean and Sticks. She said she wanted to see who was going to get their ass whooped. I said, I could have told you who was going to get their ass whooped. I'd have put some money on that one. But yeah, that Safari was pissed. He's like, I ain't, wasting my energy on you with your stupid ass. Oh my God. So he goes storming off, and they pull Cisco to the side, and next thing we know, Stevie J is trying to talk to him, like the good guy. I just want everybody to get back to loving on each other. So he's telling Cisco how Safari is going through a lot of things, and he it's probably not even about Cisco, why he feel like he want to fight him and all that. I was like, that was 100% about Cisco. None of that had to do with anybody else other than Cisco's ignorant ass coming up to Safari and trying to tell him that he should have said something. What the fuck do he want Safari to do about the damn party at this point? The shit is over. What you want me to do? What do you want me to do to rectify this for you? So, yeah, that was 100% about Cisco. I don't give a fuck if Cisco, I'm going through things too. He ain't seen his kids and he divorced and, whatever is going on with him, I don't care. Okay? Because you need to learn how to handle things a whole lot better. He is just a clown energy. Okay? Stevie J is trying to smooth it over with Cisco. We see Peter talking to Safari, and Peter was like, yeah, it's just that Cisco is going through a lot, and Safari was like, look, I just had a problem with the fact that he was trying to check me again. I already told him don't do that. Here he come again. So he was just like, he said, I told him don't do that, and he was like, he lunged at me, and he was just like, I can't be trying to talk to this fool if he gonna be acting like that, because Peter and them was like, y'all just need to talk again. And he was like, the only way I'm gonna talk is if you and Richie are around, because otherwise I need somebody that's gonna be able to mediate this whole thing, because this fool crazy. And so Peter agrees that he'll try to get them to talk, and he'll make sure that the rest of the creep squad the rest of them are there. Now, on this day, like I said, there's nothing really planned. The good guy is having a pool party. He said he's had some of his best moments around the pool. So, we just gonna all hang out, and that's what it looks like they did. It looked like they actually had fun. It looks like it's a good group of people. They all get along pretty well, and everybody is in the pool and sitting around the pool and drinking and enjoying themselves. While they're sitting at the pool, Amina goes up to Peter and she was just like, you still mad at me? And he was just like, no, I'm not mad at you, and they sit down and they talk, and he was just like, look, we family, and it just, I was upset, but, I just needed a night to sleep on it and everything, and I'm better. And, it's just like, they both agree that maybe they both said some things that they shouldn't have said. Okay. And, basically that she doesn't have an opinion when it comes to his child. And he said that he regrets saying that because she does have an opinion. They family, and, they all gonna be together, and, he loved her and she loved him, and, they already knew it was just a big blow up, a misunderstanding, and everybody's good there. Now let's try to figure out this whole situation with Safari and Cisco. Okay, we get all the men around them this time. Richie D was like, we only got a few days left, so you know we need to squash this whole thing between the two of you guys. So Safari was like, look, Cisco, I don't really want to have no problem with you. I'm not trying to have a problem with anybody here. It's just that I'm going through a lot while I'm here, and I'm being attacked from like all these different angles, and here you come with this shit, you know, and it just makes it worse. And Cisco was like, but that's the thing, Safari, you ain't the only one going through things. Okay, well, nigga, first of all, how are we supposed to know that you going through something? You sitting around here smoldering and mad all the time and want to just fight everybody and trying to bring up shit that ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Like, nobody knows or really, quite frankly, cares that you're going through a divorce and haven't seen your kids in 6 months. You're the only one that's going through that there, okay? You mean to tell me that you don't think other people is going through shit? But they ain't trying to fight and cuss everybody out and put people in their place and, you know, do all of the things that you've been doing. So Cisco is just, So anyway, Safari apologizes to him and Cisco accepts. And I'm like, what you apologizing for? You ain't even done nothing to him. Cisco's been the one to do it. You know, even Safari was like, you know, usually people apologize. You know, you say you sorry, I say I'm sorry. That's not what happened here. But you know what? He said he don't even have time because he's still trying to figure out his thing with Erica. Okay. And so we got that squashed. That's handled. So we go on with the rest of the day. You know, Stevie J says that, you know, in the spirit of the vibe night, today we're going to have a little pass the mic. Everybody's been drinking and all these people there with talent and everything. So everybody is getting on the mic and doing whatever they doing. You know, Safari does a little freestyle on the mic, and then of course Erica's just like, get off the mic. I said, here these two go again, making the whole thing about them. All right, and next thing you know, she gets on the mic and she does some old, you know, pitiful rap about their relationship, and then Peter gets on there and just still does a "you still married" chant. And I was like, child, if that ain't the word of the day, you still married. How long does it take to get a divorce? Okay. These two are still together, still living in Atlanta, still in the same house, still happily married, except for when it comes to a show where they can get a check for not being happily married. So, you know, she's all telling him he lost his whole family. That's, girl, he ain't lost nothing. Stop it. And side note, because I just remembered before I get off of here, Kimbella's butt. Did you guys see? Oh, I left out when Paris gets there. You know, she comes running up and everybody's all screaming and yelling, happy to see her. You know, Kimbella goes running up to her and that butt. Oh my God. I don't even think Jules is there anymore. I haven't seen him even in the background anymore. So it looks like he might have left. But Kimbella and her booty is still there. And I was just like, girl, that butt is... And like I said, she want people to see it because she walking around in a little net outfit with her whole ass out and maybe a thong or something. And it just looks so gross. I don't understand. I don't understand why people do this to their butts. I mean, it's nice to have a nice sized butt. I mean, nobody's saying you can't get a little bit of something put in there. But looking like that? Child, it looked like it have 2 watermelons shoved up underneath it. I mean, just ill-shaped and, oh, God. Anyway, that was the episode, y'all. One more to go. All right, you guys, let me get off of here and get this edited and up to you guys. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.